Horanghi and Horanghello, Kabibi. What? Where am I? I was fine 2 seconds ago. Why am I frozen now? What? Hold on. What the heck? What the heck? I was alive 2 seconds ago. Literally 2 seconds ago. What happened? Oh, no. What happened? Oh, there I am. Hello. I finally fixed all the stuff, and then suddenly it returns. Horanghi and Horanghello, Kabibis, how are you today? We are building Legos together today. I'm very excited, and I did fix my camera. The thing is, my camera wasn't actually having like camera capture issues. It was just having lighting issues, so I finally did fix it. But of course we have to TTT before we can Legos, so I decided to come to this screen first. How are you today? I also wanted to give a little disclaimer that I might not be the most talkative tiger today, because I have a headache, but I still wanted to push myself a little bit to get online. And yes, so I might, if I accidentally lock in and go silent, I apologize in advance. Oh, before we get started, I also need to find a calm, relaxing playlist for us to listen to. Oh my gosh. So we don't have to just sit and listen to listen to background music the entire stream, or my background music the entire stream. Okay. Okay. We got it. I got it. Yeah, if it gets worse, I will log off. Do not worry. But I hope everyone's having a good week so far. I also want to apologize for the state of my hands. You guys know I have psoriasis, and my hands look kind of crazy right now. You probably can't see it because of the quality of the webcam, but I can see it. Usually my psoriasis just causes like cuts on my hands, but we'll be fine. But I do have a couple trinkets to show off before we get into the Legos. Mostly just all the tiger stuff that I keep on my desk. because I collect tiger things, and so I like showing off my little trinkets. But before we can Legos, obviously we have to TTT. Obviously we gotta TTT. OBS, I swear, why won't you fix your chat problems? OBS will give us the most useless updates and then not fix the biggest problem they've been having for like a month and a half now. It's totally fine. Everything will be fine. But what do we need to know for our Lego building today? This one. The tower in reverse. Oh, recovery. Maybe my headache will get better. What is that? 6 of Pentacles? Wheel of Fortune. Oh, it was going great until we got to heartbreak. Maybe I'll accidentally break a Lego somehow. That's really interesting. Horanghi, Sunnyshine. Yes, we do a tarot reading at the beginning of every stream because I am a tarot reader. For Legos, this is a very interesting spread. The tower in reverse usually means walking away from disaster or recovery, which, I mean, I did just say I have a headache, so it could just mean that my headache is getting better. 6 of Pentacles in a tarot reading is interesting. I don't really know how this relates to tarot. You have Arcana Force deck. What do you mean by that? I do not understand the question. That's my fault. I don't yeah, I just don't really know what the Six of Pentacles would relate to in terms of tarot. I mean, maybe it is generosity. Maybe the tarot deck gave us 1 billion pieces, so if I lose one, it won't be that bad. Wheel of Fortune, that kind of could mean the same thing. Maybe they gave us 1 billion pieces, so if I lose them, it won't be that bad. But the thing is, the Three of Swords is almost always heartbreak, like cheating and stuff. So like I said, maybe I will be so strong that I will be able to break a Lego, or maybe I will be sad that I lose a bunch of Lego pieces by accident, and then I will find more. Oh, no, I actually don't have that. I was never much of a Yu-Gi-Oh kid. I did watch the show, but I don't actually know much about the game or the cards. Okay, my webcam should be working. Yes, you can see my hands. Okay, let me move myself. My paws that are usually invisible. This is my keyboard. It has one, oh, it's mirrored. It has one Zane keycap. But it will be mostly out of the way. Oh, maybe I should move it even further out of the way. I will move it. I will move it. I'll figure it out in a second. I will figure it out. But let me hold Khabibis. I must shuffle things around for the greater good. Thank you, Danny. Thank you. I try very hard because I do have psoriasis and it makes me insecure. Ah! My desk isn't small, I just have too many things. Okay, hold. That's good. Alright. Oh yeah, I have this fine on. Do you guys like him? He's beautiful. I've almost gotten it to a place where my keyboard will be out of the way. And then I have, it's very dirty, but I have this little tiger squishy. I have this little tiger squishy. And then I have this tiger plushie. One of several that I have. These are just the tiger things that are on my desk. And then I have me. Oh, I have me. Made by Nana. Friend of the channel, Nana. I have me. Isn't she beautiful? I could never crochet this. Isn't it gorgeous? Horanghi, Kyla. Yes, I'm showing off all the tigers on my desk. Look at the tail. It looks bluer on camera, but it's BB color IRL. And then I have, this technically isn't a tiger, but I like to think that she is me. She's kind of dusty. It's this, they're tarot, gotcha boxes. Or like blind boxes, and I got this one. And I was so happy because I thought she looked like me that I kept her on my desk. So technically not me, but, and then this, one of our mods, M, who is never here because they work so much, but technically still a mod, got me this tiger Lego set 1 billion years ago. So this is also on my desk. And then I have this tiger snow globe. And then this isn't technically a tiger, but I have this. This isn't even all tigers. I'll just show you everything on my desk right now. I have another squishy. This is just BB vibe things. I have a collection of My Melody figures that I haven't figured out where I want to put yet. This is just things BB likes collection. Oh, I have another tiny one. I have two like Animal Crossing rooms. True, Kyla, but it's based on a tiger that lives in the zoo where it's a why am I frozen again? What the heck? Why do I keep freezing? What's happening today? Hold on, maybe. Oh, I think I know the problem. Wait, no, that. Huh, hold on. Why do I keep freezing today? Anyway, you can look at this very dirty felt Marshall. Okay, I'll try something. Sometimes I have to do this trick. And that means sometimes when I freeze... Oh my gosh, chat's frozen too, guys. Sometimes it means my phone hasn't been shut down in a while, in too long. Oh my gosh, Marshall, please. Okay, so I have Brewster's room, and then I also have Bob's room. If you don't know, Bob is one of Doomy's favorite Animal Crossing characters, and I actually got a duplicate, so I'm giving the second one to Doomy. I have Bob's room because they're blind boxes. And then I have two Sprigatito. In one of them is sleeping, one of them is food. But I will not eat him. And then I have this very beautiful baby. And then I have my beautiful shiny Sylveon. And then this one's gonna look crazy on camera because of how zoomed in it is. Hold on. It fell off the shelf that it was on because the shelf is too small. But I have my Megami figure is on my desk because the shelf I put him on was too like narrow. So you can look at my son. I don't think you can see him because it won't focus, but you can look at my son. Isn't it pretty? It's such a nice figure. Anyway, goodbye Megami. For now. Goodbye my child. And that's pretty much everything that's on my desk except for Yowie. Because I have Yowie on my desk also. But that's a different story. Okay, I think I finally fixed the scuff, hopefully. Oh, and my drink. Do you want to see? This is the cup I'm always drinking out of, and it's broken in several places because I dropped it on concrete, which is awesome. Oh, I have a BB candle. That's what it sounds like. I'm finally alive. I have a BB candle. I can't tell what it smells like. Festive Noel. Okay. I don't know what that's supposed to smell like, but it does certainly smell like December. All right, let's switch to... Oh, sorry for that jump scare. I tried to turn it down and I turned it up. Everything is going perfectly today. Let's do this one. Actually, that one makes me sad. Let's do this. Yeah, all right. Let's do this music. Tiger milk scented candle. That would be a very minty scented candle. Oh my gosh, okay. That's one. Oh wait, I forgot the last Lego. This is the last Lego thing I built. I wanted to show you guys. It's Celeste from Animal Crossing. Tiger Papa got it for me. No, Nana got this for me. Tiger Papa got me the Animal Crossing rooms. I'll leave her... Actually, I'll leave the baby tiger here. I'll leave him in the other corner, watching us. He's standing watch. Ah. Oh wait, you can't even hear the music. I'm stupid. I was like, this music's great, and then you can't even hear it. Oh, you still can't hear it. What the heck? Can you? There we go. Okay. Okay, let me know how that audio is. Now which one is the tiger? I found the instructions. Tiger. Ah! Okay. Oh, frick. Okay, I think I found everything. I think I got everything. I think I got everything I need. This one's the tiger. Okay. Yes. Oh my god, that is a very thick booklet. We can do it. That's not a tiger, that's a bus. Tiger. Are we building its insides? What? Okay. 1. We start with 1. Who could have known? Okay. SpongeBob Big Guy Pants okay? Oh my goodness. All right. We have mini packets and then I'll keep the instructions to myself so y'all get a surprise. Sorry for the mic noises. Okay. Oh. This first, and then 2 of you. But do they put them outwards? Do they put... Oh. See, I don't like when the instructions... Oh, well, you can't... I don't like when the instructions are like this. Do you put both sides facing outwards, or do you put one side facing inwards and one side facing outwards? What the heck is that about? That makes me angry. Hold. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Both out? Okay. Horanghi, Harper. Is this track from Pokemon? I just put on Nintendo. It is Pokemon Black 2 and White 2. I put on a Pokemon, not Pokemon, I put on a Nintendo only track. I have too much stuff on my desk. So it should only be Nintendo music. Okay. I also I am the kind of person who wants the Legos to like line up perfectly on the edge, and if they don't, it bothers me. Then we need 4 of these things. I like to listen to Nintendo music when I'm doing work, like work, like when I'm doing work. I say that like stream stuff is not work. I wish it was my job. That made me sound so ungrateful. I'm very grateful to have a teaching position, because I know it's hard to get any kind of work right now. And I'm grateful that I am in graduate school because it is hard to get accepted into graduate school, and it is a privilege to be in graduate school. Let me make that clear. But I would love to make streaming my full-time job. I mean, wouldn't we all have a dream? There's dust. Anyway, what I mean is when I'm doing schoolwork where I need to like not be distracted by anything, I like to put on Nintendo music because it's wordless, so I won't get distracted. Wait, Harper, that is funny. How can everything not be square? But that sometimes if it's like not lined up correctly, then you go to put something together later and it falls apart and you just sit there and you're like, ah! Also, thank you earlier for complimenting my nails. One thing about having psoriasis is if you don't do your nails frequently, this might not make sense to you, but these are 2-week-old nails, which for, like I said, for people who don't do their nails frequently, that might not make any sense, but for people who do their nails frequently, that might be weird because my nails grow like 1/3 or even sometimes like a half faster than psoriasis. We must slay him. that just means they grow faster than everyone. So the only reason I get my nails done is because my grandmother has a friend who runs a nail salon, and I love her. But that means the one way they bond is that she goes once a month to get her nails done. And so she invited me to start going with her, which I very much enjoy because I get to bond with the women who work there and with my grandma. But because I have psoriasis, my nails, if I were to keep up regular nail maintenance, they would need to be done a week earlier than my grandma's. But because I just do them when my grandma does them, my nails will be... Usually people get their nails done when they're grown out to like here. My nails will be half grown out by the time I get my nails redone. So like a month, they grow out like halfway, which is a little bit crazy because these are... I get SNS, but they're all my real nail. I don't get any fake nail. So because of that, when the SNS, the actual gel powder on top starts peeling off, it starts peeling my nail with it. So it makes my nail bend out of shape. Anyway, the only reason I chose to start getting SNS is because it's hard enough that it makes my nails stop breaking, because when I didn't get SNS, my nails would just break off in the middle of my nail, which sucked. I also played violin for 9 years, which meant I couldn't have any nail at all. And so it was a nice change of pace. But I do want to start playing violin again. I finally started drawing again, to BBs. It's not great, but it is doing it, which is the important part. Oh, sidetrack. Would y'all like to see the crochet project I'm working on? I'm working on a sweater. I think I'm gonna do a time lapse and make it into a YouTube short because it's really boring. I don't think it... Oh, hold on. Hi, doggo. I don't think it's interesting enough to do a stream because it's literally just like a square. But I do think I'm gonna make a time lapse to show like my over time progress. See, hold on. Let me put on a... I will BB bonk until my psoriasis showing is over. Okay. When I undo the BB bonk, that means I've stopped showing my psoriasis. So everyone, you get I will start showing my psoriasis in 3, 2, 1. Cover your screen. I don't know if you can see, but like even just that's my psoriasis. It's just like peeling my skin off. You know what I mean? Which sucks. Anyway, it's not that serious. It's just annoying, and it makes me want to like touch it. One time, the back of my head got psoriasis so bad that I showed Dimi, because we show each other all of our wounds. Yeah, it was hard to see. We show each other all of our wounds because we're crazy. And she said, "Oh, it looks like smashed strawberries." Which was a very funny comment. Okay, but this is the... It has very... Oh, I bumped my mic. It has... Thank you, Harper. It has very little progress, but I started crocheting myself a sweater. And it looks like this. Yes. This is just the front panel, but it looks like this. This is the row I'm on. You should get those fish that eat dead skin. That's very funny and scary. But then I wouldn't have the pleasure of peeling it off myself. No, it just means I have the T virus. Where? I don't see the dark red. I see this. That's not it. Where is it? It's like a dark red. Or it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a dark red. Yo, you know what? That is what Mama Witch did when she got a full spinal fusion, so I have... Oh my god, I'm sorry. I don't know. This is the piece I'm looking for. This one. No, this one. I don't see it. Am I supposed to have opened another package already? Is it in one of these? Oh, sorry. It is. They tricked me. Oh! Pieces are rolling away. Building Legos reminds me of Halloween for some reason. Here is the piece. Okay. What song is this? Oh, it's Pikmin. I see. Sometimes, even if something is not Korean, because I study Korean, or same with French, if it has the spelling that could be Korean or French, my brain automatically wants to read it that way. So, like for example, I wanted to read that as Pingmin. Pingmin. Another thing is, oh my god, I don't think any Khabibis, except maybe Nana, who I don't think is here right now, will really care. The fucking Lestat, the Lestat concert, holy shit, I was salivating. So, Mama Witch, who was my mother, as y'all know, was bisexual. How could I have turned out like this? Was a bisexual goth witch. Who knew this would happen to me? And of course, when you're a bisexual goth witch, you're going to be a fujoshi. Once again, how could this have happened to me? Horanghi, little tiger. I was talking about how Mama Witch was, of course, a fujoshi, like all of the good queer women are. Anyway, and her favorite yaoi, of course, passed down to me. Not my favorite, but I still enjoy it. And that, of course, is Louis de Pontulac and Lestat de Liancourt from Interview with the Vampire. And she did not, unfortunately, live to see this, but there is a relatively new series. I think it started in 2024 on the AMC, and it is a version of Interview with the Vampire. It is fucking gorgeous. It is one of my favorite adaptations of any series ever. Is it one-to-one with the books? No. I honestly think Anne Rice would have liked it not more than her books. I think she would have approved of the changes, to be honest. But one thing that I think the most that the series has done better than any other representation of Interview with the Vampire that has ever happened is Sam Reed, who plays Lestat. That man is Lestat. Not off screen. I don't think I don't think Sam Reed is Lestat. I think something comes over him when the camera starts rolling. I think his soul leaves his body and the manifestation of the character Lestat de Liancourt takes over his body and becomes real for the period of time where he is supposed to be playing Lestat. It is terrifying to see. It's not method acting. I fully believe to a certain degree Lestat has become real. It is terrifying to see. It is a little bit, like, legitimately a little bit scary. And if you've read the books, then you know Lestat he's not just a character, he's like an entity. To the point where, okay, Anne Rice, the creator of Interview with the Vampire, which, again, if you are unaware, revolutionized vampire fiction. Twilight would not exist without Interview with the Vampire. I don't think any modern vampire fiction would exist without Interview with the Vampire. Interview with the Vampire is not the only vampire fiction, obviously. It's not the only influential vampire fiction, obviously. But it is it is incredibly important not just for vampire fiction, but for modern horror, for modern romantic horror, for modern queer literature, because it is queer, and especially for like queer horror specifically. Anne Rice, when talking about writing Interview with the Vampire, said that that Lestat is a representation of her as a man, how she wished she could be without the confines of misogyny, and that Interview with the Vampire is written from a bisexual perspective because she is bisexual. The main character is not bisexual. The first perspective is not bisexual. The first perspective is Louis. Interview with the Vampire, if you couldn't guess by the title, is about an interview with a vampire. The narrator is not the main character. The narrator, or let me rephrase. When you begin the book, you are the interviewer. The thoughts from the perspective begin with the interviewer, who you don't find out his name till much later. You don't know his story until much later. And you are interviewing a vampire who is finally coming clean about the fact that vampires exist. And it is because he has been sort of abused by the vampiric world his entire vampiric existence, and he wants to explain it, and he thinks vampires are a danger to humanity. And that first interviewee is Louis. And then the second book, The Vampire Lestat, obviously the interviewee is Lestat. And then it goes into characters like Armand. You finally find out that the interviewer is named Daniel, and he had actually, like, he interacts with the vampires in a non-interview way. Anyway, my point is, the current ongoing series, I think, is by far the best adaptation of Interview with the Vampire, maybe even possible. Like, I think they should just stop trying after this. I think this is the best anyone can do. The Vampire Lestat, which is season 3, debuted with a 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's crazy. For queer horror, that's crazy. I'm super excited, but the reason I've been thinking about it is because a couple days ago, a concert was held. And this is because Interview with the Vampire theoretically goes on forever because they are immortal and they can just, you know, keep living. And at one point, Lestat, the vampire, who is hundreds and hundreds of years old, becomes a rock star. And this is like a point of contention in the books. He writes songs about his one true love, Louis. And the cast held a concert where the entire time they were in character, some in the crowd, and the guy who played Lestat being in character performing the concert. That man was possessed the entirety of that concert. That was not Sam Reed. Lestat was on stage that night. It was scary. It was terrifying. That's what I've been thinking about the last couple days. That was a terrifying thing to witness. / positive. Horrifying. That's wrong. Man, I did that wrong. I hate when I do it wrong and it like... Wait, I have... Where are my tweezers? I have craft tweezers for this. Anyway, I've been thinking about that for the past several days because he looked possessed / positive, and I wish my mom was there to see that because I think she would have gone insane / positive again. Where did I put my craft tweezers? I might just have to use my nail. Anyway, I have sticker tweezers that are supposed to like help you place stickers when you're when you are scrapbooking, but my hands are so shaky that they don't actually work all that well. Good BBs. I put the Lego on too well and now it won't come off. Hold on, we are resourceful in this house. I did it! Okay. I'm gonna keep that there in case I do that again. Okay. Let me just follow the actual steps instead of thinking I can do it my own way, maybe. Gotta go my own way. What about us? You know what's interesting? I haven't watched Star Wars in quite a while, like the originals or the prequels. I haven't watched any Star Wars in quite a while. My entire Instagram feed is just Star Wars prequels content right now. Mostly, slay edits of Obi-Wan, Obi walk 'em down Kenobi, you know, or, as an edit, Horanghi Yoshi, Horanghi, or as a comment that I sent Little Tiger yesterday called him Anakin Geneva Suggestions Skywalker, which made me laugh really hard. Or no, that was a couple days ago. Anyway, but then I've also been getting angst edits of Anakin. I don't want these. I don't want to cry on a Tuesday afternoon. I'm trying to enjoy my day. Why are you giving me angst edits of Anakin Skywalker in the prequel movies? Don't do that to me. Where are these pieces that I need? Where are they? I also got a video on my Instagram yesterday, and it was one of those like, I posted blank number of these videos. If you see this one, that means it's meant for you. And mine was, this is your lightsaber color. And I got black. I don't think that's accurate to me. And so I showed Tiger Papa. Where are these? I showed Tiger Papa. Oh, I found one. I need 4. I showed Tiger Papa and I showed Little Tiger. And Tiger Papa got green, which is the one I think I'd have. And then Little Tiger got magenta, which is the one I feel like Tiger Papa would have. And I feel like Little Tiger would have black. I feel like they got it all wrong. I feel like all of these were incorrect. It was a cool idea though. I need one more. Where is the last one? Where are you? Where are you? What? Where are you? Where are you? Where did you go? Oh, I found it. Okay. Said I found it, and then I immediately threw it away twice. Oh, there's a little piece of my mat came off. My mat has so many stains because I do so many crafts. But it's also a lot of years old. It's like 5, 6 years old at this point. Maybe more than that. It might be 7 years old. And then I need 12. 12. Like Luna. I miss Luna. 4, 5, 6. I have been trying to catch up on my reading goals this summer because I'm like out of classes this summer, and I read 2 horror novels in a row and I liked both of them, but then I was like, let me finish a book I started during the semester and never got to finish, and it was Pachinko. Oh my gosh, I only have about 80 pages left. It is so difficult to read, not because the actual writing is difficult. It is just so emotional and like dark. Maybe not dark, it's just so painful that it's really difficult to sit through more than a couple chapters at a time without crying. So I need to read something more lighthearted just for a little while. Which, when I say lighthearted, I usually just mean horror, because a lot of the horror stories I read, I don't relate to that personally, unless, I don't know. There are some horror stories I find deeply relatable, but some horror stories especially when they're a little bit cheesy, I just feel like I don't connect to. Which it's not that I don't find horror a relatable genre, it's my favorite genre, or at least one of them. I just find it, I think, easier to read but harder to find novels that like really deeply affect me. But that also might be because I am forced to read so much literary fiction for my job that I get so emotionally exhausted from the books I typically have to read that by the time I get to any other book I'm like, oh, what a breath of fresh air. I also was thinking of maybe making like a really short, or like maybe not short, like a Twitter graphic of some books I recommend, like queer books for Pride. I'm not sure if anyone would be interested, but I think I would be interested. Because I've read quite a few, specifically like litfic queer novels this year. One I really like, some of them were sad, but one I really liked was I really liked not 13 Cents, that one was heartbreaking. When We Speak of Nothing, I really liked that one. Oh, I also really loved The Death of Vivek Oji. That one made me cry like a little baby. Crying like a tiny baby. But that one does have some very complex themes that not everyone can handle. Not necessarily that not everyone can handle, I just think sometimes people aren't prepared for dark themes that they can't completely write off as, oh, well, it's just fiction. Because in this, it's one of those, like, the themes aren't necessarily romanticized, but they're also not condemned either. Oh, this goes on top, like this. Are we making the tiger's insides? Horanghi, Nana. Oh, I was showing everyone, I was showing off the things on my desk, and I keep the Celeste on my desk. Hehe. And then I was also showing off that I keep my BB on my desk. I hope you have a good nap times. Thank you. I accidentally got them a color that matches my mat this week. I just wanted a pink for pride. Okay, one. We're making a big tiger to be the mama for my little tiger. You did give me that. And I told everyone. I was showing it off. This... Maybe we're making like a... Wait, I also have an almost migraine. We match. I hope it goes away. Have a good nap times. Oh, and I love you too. Have a good nap times. Maybe we're making... Does the tiger come with like a little... Does the tiger come with like a little house? Why does the tiger have so much pink? Why are we making the tiger have insides? Why does the tiger... Why is there so much pink in the tiger? Is it me? Oh, the tiger has a friend! The tiger has a friend. That's why. The tiger has a watering hole friend. I see. That makes so much more sense. I was like, why is there so much pink in this tiger? I don't want to make the tiger's insides. That makes me sad. Ugh. Then there's this one. Yes, there's a this one. And then there is a this one. And then there's a this one. No, there's not a that one. Oh no. Oh no. What is this from? Oh, it's Animal Crossing. I knew I recognized it. Guys, huge news. On my Forever Island off stream, Poppy finally moved out. And I was so happy because that means I can look for my last dreamy. And also, someone came and picked up Poppy from my island, which means that she has a forever home somewhere. Which made me very happy, because I like when I can give someone their dreamy. Ah! What the heck is that piece? What is that? This? I think so. I think it's this. Wait, this one's kind of funky. Ah, Kirby. That's why it's kind of funky. Very spacey. Okay, that goes here. This is too much like the tiger's insides, and it's making me uncomfortable. Okay, that is our current progress. I'll put him here. Stripes time! We are beginning the stripes. Okay, 2 tiny ramps. Then 2 stripes. Where's the other stripes? I see one stripes. Oh, I found it. Okay. One stripes. One stripes here. What? What? I see. It goes here. That's where I have wronged. Okay. And you don't have to be sorry. Horanghi ghost. Hello. This is, oh, I did that wrong again. This is our progress. I am uncomfortable because we're making the insides of a tiger. And I'm a little uncomfortable with why we're spending so long on its insides, but it's okay. I didn't make this on stream, but it has a baby. Zelda track. This is Breath of the Wild. I didn't know that. I just looked at it. Okay. One. Oh, we're doing the same thing as the last time. I'm trying to do it in a way y'all can see, but it's kind of hard. I'll actually put y'all, or I'll put the baby here. He can be right above my head. I know! I'm like, it makes me uncomfortable. Why does it look like the entrails? I don't want it to do that. I don't want it to look like that. It makes me sad. Most of it, when I played Nintendo music, most of the tracks I recognize are Pokemon, but then I don't remember which one it's from, or I recognize Animal Crossing. I keep forgetting it's mirrored, so I keep doing it over here and then realizing y'all can't see anything, so I'll try over here. The only bad thing about long nails is doing things like this that are very fiddly. I don't know why my brain just started mixing this with "and you say daddy's home, home for real." It's so funny. It just reminds me of how on Demi's last solo stream I was in her room and shaming her for calling people daddy. Not in general, just in front of me, because she knows that I'm Southern and that is just how I grew up that we just call our family mommy and daddy, like my parents. And I was like, what if I just started calling people Oma Napa? How would you feel? And she was like, I'd feel gross. I was like, obviously I'm joking. I'm not gonna yuck your yum. I just want her to know that it does make me feel, it's not even that I feel weird. Like I understand what she means by it. It's just a jump scare every time. And so seeing the thumbnail for when she and Dido are gonna play Requiem, I was like, oh my god. I don't see my father on there anywhere. Yes. Gormati Forest. Okay, and now this one. Every time I say this goes there, my brain goes to the video of those people playing the Squid Games, what, Roblox game? I don't remember. And it's the guy going, and he goes that way, and then you go this way, and he goes that way, and then the other guy just like running full speed into the glass. I might. Oh, interesting. If they're available on Switch, then it would be much easier for me to play. You know, they could have just given me the same instructions and told me to do this 4 times. Instead of wasting pages with the same instructions. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Huh. Hold on. Did I do this wrong the entire time? Hold on. You are right. Camphrier Town. Okay, easy fix. Easy fix. It was just the... I was putting it on the wrong... It probably wouldn't have mattered because I'm pretty sure the sides are mirrored, but it was bothering me that the red and blue were on the wrong side in the inside. Me when I have diagnosed OCD. Also, you're gonna have to give me one moment, KBBs, because I just got a message on my chart from my doctor. Huh. Hold. American healthcare is so interesting. Me when I have logged in a billion times to my specific provider and it's like, and then I go to log in again and it's like, what state are you in? Girl? Shouldn't you know this? Okay, anyway. Hate this fucking app. I hate it so much. Ah. Ah. Not to speak ill of our wonderful healthcare system. Just in case I've moved since yesterday. Yeah, and would be using the same doctors. In the same location. Here it is. Oof! I accidentally said ow the other day because I hit my Ita bag on a doorway and I was thinking of Meg. And so I said ow for it. Where's my other tiger stripe? Oh, I'm about to start my third Ita bag, and I feel like a greedy person. Where's my... Is this Animal Crossing? I'm literally... Yes, it is Animal Crossing. How would I know? Where is it? There should be another... tiger stripe piece. Did it fall in the book? Did it fall in my lap? Did it fall on the ground? Here. Oh. Sorry. I hit the USB cord on my... I really hope no one in my chat has epilepsy. I'm very sorry. I hit the... my ring light is USB, and I hit the USB, and it went in halfway, you know what I mean? Where is it? I found it. Okay. Another one of these. Ow. Hello? Okay. No. Ah. Okay, where's the other one? Eh. More Xenoblade. This is a very pretty song. Ah, well. I think next package I'm going to separate them by color so I can find them easier. I usually do that. I think I was just too excited to start. Well, I think... Is Tiger Papa home? No, that might have been Little Tiger. I heard a door. The music I've heard today has been very pretty. What does this song remind me of? I need to bookmark it for later because that song reminds me of something. Hold on, let me screenshot it. Because that song reminds me of something and I need to send it to you because that song really reminds me of another song. Okay. Horanghi Masuka, thank you. I am feeling a little bit better today. Oh my god, what song is that? I feel like it's also a soundtrack to something, but I can't figure out what. I'll figure it out. I can't tell if this one is supposed to be rounded or not. But I think we only have rounded ones left. Oh no, they're all rounded, okay. There's lint. I love Animal Crossing music. Kirby. I was like, is this Donkey Kong? Pokemon Omega Ruby. Omega. I'm just kidding. What the heck? Go. I know. Thank you, Masoka. I appreciate it. I've had fun so far. I'm making a parent for this baby. Oh. Ah. Animal Crossing. Holding bye, Kaya. Hope you sleep well. Oh. There we go. I think people liked Spokopia. I'll get it eventually. But it's not really the same genre. Wait, no, that's wrong. No, I was right. Never mind. I enjoyed watching Chris Melberger play Pacopia. If you guys haven't heard, I'm like Team Neat Dude's #1 fan. That's like my biggest stream dream. Other than streaming full-time, which is like, of course, my biggest stream dream. My other fantasy that I don't think will ever happen is being on Team Neat Dude. I love Team Neat Dude. I just like, I think my personal goals really align with a lot of what Team Neat Dude does. I really love their charity streams. I really love like the way they do collabs. I love the vibe of like a lot of their individual streamers. Like, I think my vibe matches like What If Julia the most. But one of my favorite streamers ever is Sammy Hankster Girl. I love Chris Melberger. I've been watching him since Vine, which is crazy. But one thing that I like watching is I like watching Chris Melberger open Pokemon cards because I don't really know that much about Pokemon cards. But one thing he does is all of the Pokemon cards, he will do one thing. He likes collecting, but he will constantly give away slabs to his community. And he also he'll do group, because getting them graded is really expensive individually, so he'll do like group send-ins where he'll pay for like a significant amount of it. But he also does periodic like charity streams where they'll like rip a bunch of packs of a bunch of different kinds of stuff, and all of the cards that are like, I guess, lesser will get donated to like local children's hospitals and stuff like that, which I think is super cool. But one reason I really enjoyed watching him play Pacopia is because he knows so much about Pokemon. That it was one of those like, it was one of those very cute, like, let's find our favorite Pokemon kind of things. But he also agrees with you, that a lot of the recent like story games have been really disappointing. And so I think it was one of those things that I was like, oh wow, this is really refreshing. Like, he played Pokemon Legend Zaw, and he was like, I think he played like one or two streams of it, and he was like, anyway, moving on. So I do agree with you. And I think a lot of other really big Pokemon content streamers also agree with you. How the heck do I put this on? How the heck do I do this? How the heck do I do this? Okay. So we put it this way. It's going this way. And then... oh, okay. Oh my gosh. Guys. We're getting there. We're getting somewhere. I'm so sorry for the lighting. Hey, focus, please. Hey, focus. Thank you. Like I said, my lighting is, hold on. I was answering a message. No, it's not like the lighting overall. It's that when I bump one side of my desk, it starts flashing a little bit because I think it shows up less on camera, but it shows up really heavy for me. Because my ring light is USB and it's bent a little bit, and my USB ports on my PC are all filled up, and the string, the way it's the remote is on the cable, unfortunately, and so if I plug it into the wall or into one of my surge protectors, the controls are too far. I'd have to like get under my desk to change the controls. So my desk has a USB outlet, but unfortunately the USB actual plug on my ring light is bent slightly, and so it's like precariously put into my desk, and so if I bump it even slightly, the light starts shaking. We'll put you to the side. We do this again. Ah. Oh, I missed a step. Do I need anything? Can you pick up a jug of Milo's sweet tea? That's my favorite brand. It's also berry season. Any berries. I like to try and eat fruit with the seasons because I grew up on a mostly fruit farm, specifically strawberries. So I try. I'm not always perfect, but I know that if I eat fruit with the seasons, it supports more local farmers. But like I said, I'm not always perfect. But I've been enjoying lots of strawberries. I had strawberries for lunch. I had a turkey and cheese sandwich and strawberries. It was very yummy. I was proud because even though I have a headache, I actually made myself a real lunch. And I'm trying to be proud of myself for the little things. Can you focus, please? Is it? It's focused too high up. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's better. I got it. Yes, Animal Crossing New Horizons, 7 p.m. This song is ingrained into the back of my head. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Oh. This one is so groovy. It's very... They did such a good job at capturing the beach at night kind of feel. This is so like wind coming in, beach sunset kind of vibe. I love the beach. I really want to live by the beach, but not somewhere too south because of how heat affects me because of my medication. But I really, really love the beach. I love swimming. I really want to learn how to surf one day. Swimming is also really good for the kind of spinal condition that I have, so I really want to get better at it. Hydrotherapy is really, really good for the kind of spinal condition that I have because it helps build muscles that sustain my spine. So it's like one of the highest recommended exercises for me. And biking, which was my favorite thing to do when I was a kid. Outside, that is my favorite like physical activity, which I also want to get back into because I like biking. Thank you. It is 6 or 7 years old. So it has a lot of like ink and marks on it because I do a lot of crafts, but thank you. I appreciate it. I think I got it from Mercari, question mark. Mercari, my best friend. Even though someone on there just canceled an order. I've been touring stateside. Kissing my Swedish boy over FaceTime. Who knew opening up would make me a headline? Boots. That's my ego boost. That song is stuck in my head. Schedule ain't been loose for a minute. Yeah, I'm that girl up in it. Can anyone do that riff except Zara Larsson? I can't. Certainly not me. Tiger likes water. Yeah, I do like water. I am a fire sign. I think it's funny that water is the only thing I don't have in my big four. My big four astrology. But I love water. I actually was very happy. Last night I was having a lot of back pain. I was having a migraine, and I actually, out of sheer willpower, was able to forcibly fix my bathtub so I could take a bath. Because I find baths relaxing. I also have always thought that if I was in Avatar, I would be a waterbender. But maybe that's me refusing to believe I'd be a firebender. I just don't vibe with fire like that. But I do always joke whenever I'm angry that I'm going to commit arson, so maybe I'm wrong about myself. the avatar, but it's just fire and water. That reminds me, I got so confused when I first started playing Love in Deep Space because Raphael, one of the characters, he is a merman. He's from a species, he's from Lemuria, and he's like a merman species. But as like a person, when he is on land, his powers are based in fire, which I was like, what the heck? How? It's like, how is he doing that? That doesn't make sense, but he's a fish. And it was very funny when I first started. I was like, how is he doing that? He's a fish. How is it fire? He's a fish. I ended up messaging Juju and Numi when I found out he had fire powers. So I was like, well, how do fish do fire when he's under? How do fish do fire when he's underwater? How do fish do fire? How do fish fire when water? How do fish fire? And they were like, it's magic fire. And I was like, but he's a fish. But he's a fish. How do fish fire? But you know. Oh, it's time for legs. Look at that. We're on bag number 2. This is where what we've done so far. We've done the body of the tiger. I'd be firebender hands down. I can see that, yeah. This is not supposed to be offensive. And I truly mean it's not supposed to be offensive. Because I mean this like early, not post, not post lava. You have very Anakin Skywalker vibes. That, again, that's not supposed to be offensive. I love Anakin. People have very mixed feelings about Anakin. I love Anakin. He's a controversial man for sure. But that's like when I told Damper he reminded me of Dobby from Animal Crossing, and he thought I was saying that because he was like, you're just calling me old. You're saying that because you're calling me old. And I was like, no, it's because Dobby's whole thing is he's like a detective. He remembers everything about everybody. And he was like, you're calling me old. You're saying that because you think I'm old. You think I'm old. You're saying that because Dobby's old. And I was like, Dobby's like a grizzled detective, but he's still very kind. I'm saying that because you remember everything about everybody. And he was like, you're calling me old. I made a joke the other day about how he was the Wesker of Sudoku because he finished, like, he once sent a screenshot that I saw. I also hate sand. Wait, it must be, like, it's obvious now. I see it now. I see it's destiny. Now, I told Damper he was the Wesker of Sudoku because at one point he sent a screenshot of him finishing an expert level Sudoku in 7 minutes. And I was like, and so a couple days ago I sent him a tweet that says if you die in Sudoku you die in real life, which made me laugh really hard. And then he said I'm dying immediately, and I said you can't, you're the Wesker of Sudoku, because he's really, really good at Sudoku. And then he just sent why am I Wesker sad face, like crying emoji. And I was like, no one understands me. No one understands me. Yada yada, school is hard for otakus like us. Like, no one understands me. No one gets it. What is this, by the way? Is this for pulling off Lego pieces you misplaced? What is this? Is this a piece for later on? What the fuck is this? That sounded like Donkey Kong. This sounds like the beginning of the new Cat's Eye song. The 1, 2, 3, pinky up. It's a shit song, but this is what that sounds like. Okay, we're gonna separate these by color so I have an easier time finding the pieces. Why are we getting droid parts? I swear Star Wars is haunting me. Roger, Roger. I think we should make at least one Star Wars character for our Tomodachi Island. I know we're making Gordon. I think we should make RuPaul as an apology for saying that halfway through the creation, the boiled one looked like RuPaul. We still need to make Chris Redfield and a regenerator. Lady Dimitrescu would be fun. Pyramid Head would be interesting. Huntress would also be interesting. We need to make at least one job. Wait, yeah. Yes. We need to make at least one Animal Crossing character. I think making Isabel would be fun, or KK maybe. Tom Nook would be fun. Darth Vader is following me. He was supposed to destroy the Sith, not join them. Oh, Obi-Wan. Yes. I love Obi-Wan. I saw an Instagram reel yesterday that made me laugh, and it was talking about how even if Anakin didn't become Darth Vader, he still would have hated the fuck out of Han Solo for being annoying. and he would have found out that he was in debt to a hut and lost his fucking mind. And I thought that was really funny. Like Leia and Anakin would have been fighting, and she would have said something like, and he paid off his debt, and Anakin would have been like, his debt to who? and just absolutely lost it. We should make Obi-Wan and Anakin. Oh my god. I'm thinking about the angst edits again. He was my friend. Oh, you want to know something really homosexual that relates to Star Wars? So Seonghwa from ATEEZ, who is my ATEEZ bias. I bias Seonghwa and Hongjung. Seonghwa from ATEEZ is obsessed with Star Wars. Like, absolutely obsessed, has Star Wars figurines in his room. He's sponsored by Lego now. Like, he has a Lego partnership because he also loves Legos. So he has every single Lego Star Wars set that they can give him. And he's just absolutely in love with Star Wars. And his favorite character, one of his favorite characters is Anakin. He's like the top favorite. And last year, I think it was last year, Hongjung, his best friend, also in ATEEZ, the leader of ATEEZ, while they were on vacation, so like the group wasn't active, they were on a small break between albums, booked a vacation, planned the entire thing for just the two of them, mind you, to Lake Como in Italy. I think that's how you pronounce it. If you are not a Star Wars fan and you are unaware, That is the scene, that is the filming site of the scene where Anakin and Padme get married. Some homosexual activities happen there. I don't know what, but homosexual activities were taking place. That's all I have to say. Because what do you mean? What do you mean you booked a duo vacation just the two of you? You could have taken the whole group. You have enough money. Why just the two of you? To that, you could have booked to any scene. Any scene they filmed in a real location. And you chose that one? I'm not saying I'm not making any allegations. I just have my eyes open and I am looking. It was very cute though. Hongjung also planned the entire thing. And so it was like a surprise trip. And they vlogged it, which was really cute. It was just like a really, really sweet thing to do. If someone did that for me for like one of my like huge like hyperfixation interests, I might propose on the spot. Even if it wasn't like a proposal trip, I'd be like, are you looking for marriage? Hey, so like, are you thinking of marriage right now? Just like a question. Especially if the location is a wedding location for my favorite character. Like, one of my favorite characters ever is obviously Shelian from Heaven Official's Blessing. If someone took me to a life-sized set, like a real-life set, of the wedding scene for Heaven Official's Blessing, which is not a real wedding, it's the first re-meeting of Hua Cheng and Shelian, where Shelian is dressed as a bride to lure in a spirit, and Hua Cheng guides him through a forest where it's raining blood. If someone booked like a set for me for that, I'd propose on the spot. I'd be like, okay, I don't have a ring, but do you want to get married? Let's elope. Let's elope tonight. That's just so romantic. I swooned. It's not even me. It wasn't even my trip. I was like, that is so beautiful. Anyway, that was my gay Star Wars story. Not even mine. I just thought it was really, I thought it was very romantic. It was a very, very beautiful, even if it wasn't intended to be romantic, I thought it was a very beautiful thing to do for someone. Just knowing that Songhua cares so much about that character, like cares so much about Anakin. Doing that for someone, I thought was just very, very sweet. I would, however, even platonically propose on the spot. I'd be like, do you want to save taxes together? Would you like to share tax benefits until we die? Tiger Papa the other day sent me an Instagram reel, and it was a joke about a girl scowling at a wedding dance, like dancing in the reception at a wedding, scowling at the bride, and the caption was, when your best friend in her vows says, and I'm marrying my best friend today, about the groom. And he said, if Numi ever gets married, or if you ever get married, this will be the other person. If you ever call your spouse your best friend. And I was like, that's true. That is absolutely true. That's really, really funny. And then I saw another Instagram reel today, and it was in a wife giving her vows to her husband, and she said, I can't say I'm marrying my best friend today because those roles are taken, but you're definitely in my top 5. It also made me laugh really hard. I was like, that is really funny. That is really, really funny. What is this piece? It's like, no, this. Okay, oh. Then whatever this is. Why are we making a spinning contraption? Okay, where does it go though? Okay. This one is... Oresco Royal Capital, I think. I think they put it there. Yes, okay. Oh, I did it. It is to do that. That's cool. I take it back, Lego. I do like that item. I just had the piece. Where did it go? Someone in my neighborhood's car alarm is going off. The droid pieces. Roger, roger. Roger, roger. Yeah. I did see someone with a droid me, and you can perfectly recreate their voice, which was very entertaining to me. I'm so excited for Udemy to play Requiem. What? Oh, this goes... Hold. I know the song. What is this? Oh, it's Animal Crossing. Of course I know the song. Oh, this one. Thank you. I appreciate it. I try to keep them nice because my psoriasis will just fully rip my nails off if I don't do them with something like SNS. But the length is mine though. It's just that they're covered in SNS so that they don't rip off. I actually didn't even think about pride or anything. I sort of accidentally got a color that matches my flag just because I wanted pink. Because I was just feeling kind of down, so I just wanted... I got it done a couple weeks ago. I just wanted a bright, summery, springy, summery kind of color. What the heck is that? What is this? Claws, I guess. What? I need one more of this. Oh, is it his chest hairs? His tummy? Is it his, like, his tummy hair? Whoa! Let's go. Is that his mouth? Is he gonna be this big? What? Oh no, that's probably his chest, right? We're gonna find out. Look how large he is. Wiggly tiger. Yes. Oh, we need... I'm pulling up another Nintendo playlist. Oh, I did this incorrectly. Me Plaza, yes. This is a playlist I listen to a lot for school. It's a very pretty thumbnail and lots of bangers, honestly. Quite a bit of bangers. What? Oh, I found it. I was like, where is this piece? Inochi! Ah. Okay. Oh, it is Wii Sports. That's so nostalgic. What is this? Click or click. Click. When you're French. Click. I used to study French. Time for the droids. Okay. What in the Resident Evil puzzle? Okay. No. Oh, I hope Mayus is being very sweet. One of these, one of these. Oh, I see. Cooking mama. Am I making a transformer? I'm making a tiger. It's just very strange. We've already done this part. I think it's supposed to move. That's why it's being looking so strange. And then this part, it looked like it was supposed to move, but it is not moving. That part's done. Claw time, I believe. So this and this goes here. Then cylinder. PP cooking stream. I'm not a good cook, but I do like to bake. So perhaps BB baking stream would be more appropriate. I can feed myself, but I'm not great. Hold on, hi, Dark Shadows. I'm definitely better at baking. I think I'm too insecure to cook well because I Cooking requires a lot of like confidence and flavor, but baking just requires methodology. And I'm much better at following a recipe than I can now believe how you are Irish based on the hand cam. Yeah, the thing is I also color corrected, so I'm actually even more like pink toned. Well, actually the color's pretty good. I would say the, oh my god, can you focus? Oh, my camera unfocused, hold. Oh, well, it's trying. You see how there's like a lot of red in my hands? It's actually less orange, more pink IRL. So the only reason is because I had to brighten the video a lot because the webcam is super dark without it. But yes, we are very Irish on both sides, Appalachian on one, so. What's funny is that Irish on both sides and English on both sides. Irish English on both sides. But I don't care about the English. I'm just kidding. There's just not that side didn't influence very much. Like culturally. That, and then that's true. That is true. I am very just unconfident in cooking, I think. I can do some things. I think I just feel better following a recipe. I think the same is true for baking, actually. I can't bake without a recipe. I feel much more confident, like following a recipe than I do going off. The only thing I can really do well is substitute basic ingredients. Like I could turn a chocolate muffin into a blueberry muffin, but I can't do much else. I'm super good at muffins though, and the only reason— oh, thank you. I did try really hard on the coloring. The only reason I'm good at muffins is because my grandma is a bomb muffin recipe. I, however, am not a sweet muffin person. I like muffins to be a little bit hearty and not like cakey, you know? So the secret to the muffin recipe is that they're made with bran flakes as a significant part of the recipe. They don't taste like bran flakes, but that's one reason it like makes them less cakey and more like bready, I guess. But them with chocolate, oh my god, I could eat a whole batch by myself in like an hour. Yeah, exactly. Everyone has stuff they're good at. I am just— baking is my weakness. Oh, the paw. I see. Me with my hypermobility disorder. You can't really tell with my— oh my god. Can't really tell. Can you tell? My doctor thinks you can tell from my fingers, but I don't really think you can tell that I'm hypermobile from my fingers. The thing is, I'm not double jointed. My joints are just loose, so they like pop out easily. Oh. How do do this? How do this? How do I do this? Oh, wait. Is it like this? Yes! I do know how to make some Korean food because I used to work at a Korean restaurant when I was in high school. And I do know how to make some, Southern food because I am Southern. Oh my god. Wait. Oh my god. Wait. Oh my god. I'm so happy. That's so cool. I didn't know the set could move. Oh my god. Wait. I'm so happy. That is so awesome. I'm gonna cry. And now we do the other side. Like one random skill I have. 복근님 안녕하세요. 부하. 기분이 어때요? 졸려요? 졸렸지? One random skill I have is that I know how to make kimbap. Because when I worked at a Korean restaurant in high school, and my manager, I was the only server. No, it was a family owned. I was the only person there other than the 2 parents and 2 kids who worked there, and it was just Korean meals. It wasn't barbecue. I don't even think they served barbecue. They might now. I think they might have started when I left, but I was the only person there who worked there other than them. And I worked there after school. 방금 일어났어요. 알겠어요. And I was the only person who worked there other than the family, and it's because I lived 5 minutes away and could work there after school and on weekends. And I was also interested in learning Korean, so they could speak in very basic Korean to me, and I would try really hard to learn. And I was just, I really wanted a job, and I think I worked really hard in high school. And so I learned how to make different kinds of ramyeon. Like, it was all instant ramyeon, but it was like prepared in different ways. I learned different preparations for fermented honey teas, which I really want to start making on my own, because like I did learn how to make it, I just never actually did it at home. I learned how to make teriyaki sauce, like boiling chicken bones for the sauce and stuff, which was really interesting. I never did it there, like I wasn't in charge of it, but I got told how to do it. And then I didn't do it most of the time, but I did get taught how to do and prepare kimbap from the mother, which was the mother. She was the manager, but they were both owners, and so I don't want to expose their name. I just called them their name, 사장님, which is like boss. So 엄마 사장님, mom 사장님. It's unfocusing again. Did all of the kimbap, so I learned how to do kimbap there. Hello. Why isn't it letting me? Okay. Korean noodle. Oh, I learned how to make tapte also. Oh, it's not letting me do my video. Hold on. Can I? The focus is bothering me because it's focusing too high up. It's not letting me, do my video configuration. Hold on, oh, I found it. Okay, it was opening in another tab, like under OBS. I was worried that was happening. I fixed it. Okay. I want to get better at cooking. Like I said, I can feed myself. I just want to, like, get better at eating things I enjoy, or like making things I enjoy eating. Oh, it's Super Mario. I was like, it's Super Mario Odyssey. I was like, I know this song. Ooh, I'm kind of a sucker for burrito bowls, but I do love a chicken sandwich. So I don't know. I'm so much help. Oh. Wait, that's cute. I like pasta a lot also. I like any stuffed pasta a lot. Pasta was a meal that Dumi and I ate a lot when we lived together because it was cheap and we were in college. Or like it was cheap to get a box and feed several people. Oh, I did that one already. Oh my gosh, that sounds so good. Yes, exactly like that. Like any kind of cheese. Oh my gosh, that sounds so good. Ah, I keep hitting my mic because it's I'm having to lean over my desk. #1 pasta hater. And you know what? We all have our hatred, our hate foods. Well, this isn't really a hate food, it's just a food I can't eat very often. Unfortunately, a lot of fish makes me nauseated. I don't know if it's like one of those like cilantro genes, you know what I mean? But it's really unfortunate. Or maybe I just didn't eat enough fish growing up. One of the fish I did eat growing up, I ate a lot of salmon because it was cheap. So maybe that's why I like can eat salmon and not a lot of other fish. But even if I like the taste of fish, like I like plenty sushi, like the taste of plenty kinds of sushi. But then when I'm actually eating it, my body's like, no! You know? Oh, it's time for more droid parts. You ready? This way. Wait. My #1 most hated food. This is gonna sound really cliche, but I really don't like broccoli. I like plenty of other vegetables. I just really do not like the taste of broccoli. Or the texture. It's just... It's gonna be a no for me. I don't know why. Maybe it was because that was one of the vegetables we didn't grow on the farm growing up. but I just really don't like it. Clanker parts. I know. Roger, Roger. But whenever I say that, people are like, do you have the taste of a 5-year-old? And it's like, no, I like other vegetables. I just don't like broccoli specifically. What I think about cauliflower, I don't honestly know. I don't think I've had cauliflower in a really long time. Cauliflower is just so like influenced by what it's in, you know? Because of the bitterness and sand texture. I honestly don't know. I just think taste and texture, I just can't do it. It makes me gag. And the thing is, I understand why other people like it, because I feel the same way about other foods that people hate, and I'm like, I don't understand why you wouldn't like it. It's awesome. Like, one thing is, I never understood why people didn't like kimchi. Like, even when people are like, the smell of kimchi sucks, I've never understood that. I fucking love kimchi. And I've never, like, the first time I tried kimchi, I was like, this fucking rocks. This is awesome. And I've never understood when people are like, kimchi smells so bad. That's just never, again, maybe it's like a cilantro gene. That's just never registered to me. What other foods do I like that some people don't like? Really, see, that's one thing the smell has never registered to me as bad. In fact, if it's like fresh kimchi, my brain is like, this smells delicious. even the fermented kimchi, I'm like, this is gonna fucking bang in some fried rice. It's just, I don't know, like I said, maybe it's the kind of like cilantro gene where it's just like there's just something in your brain that, or like in your genes, like your taste buds and stuff, that it just registers different for different people. That's why we have different tastes. That's just something that I've never experienced. I'm trying to think of things that I like that other people don't like. Let me Google foods people don't like. Foods people don't like. Oh, I love tomatoes. Some people, I know, I've seen a lot of people recently say they don't like raw tomatoes. The thing is, I don't like raw tomatoes if they're bad, if they're not ripe. Because if you pick a tomato when it's not ripe, it's gonna taste like dirty water. But if you pick a tomato when it's ripe and it's fresh, it's gonna taste really sweet, and I really like it. Oh, I don't like artificial sweetener. But that's partially because it gives me migraines. Oh, that's another thing. I can't stand ranch. I actually can't stand ranch. Oh, I do like some kinds of mushrooms that some people don't like. I love enoki mushrooms. I loved raisins as a kid. I would like eat them out of the box. I like a lot of pickled things, but I don't like pickled cucumbers. So I don't know why. I'm not a huge fan of marshmallows, but I will eat them in s'mores. Oh, another thing, I love cantaloupe. I love cantaloupe. I love cantaloupe so much. When I was growing up, I used to be like the best person on the farm at telling when they were ripe, because they smell a certain way when they're ripe. So at the farmer's market, when we were selling cantaloupe, my grandparents used to let me pick out the ones to let people buy first, because I would give them good cantaloupe. And so sometimes people who were like repeat customers would ask me to pick out their cantaloupes for them so that they would get the best, like most ripe cantaloupe. And sometimes they would even ask me, can you pick me out a cantaloupe that will be ripe in X amount of days? And I'd be like, yeah, for sure. Cabbage. I'm indifferent about cabbage until it becomes kimchi, and then I really like it. I love peppers. I'd eat them raw. I used to really like peppers, and then my body started rejecting red peppers. So I have hatred towards specifically red bell peppers now because I can't like them. I'm not allowed to. But yeah, that's one thing that I know a lot of people really don't like. I love cantaloupe. My uncle, my farm uncle, one of my farm uncles, would make cantaloupe ice cream growing up, like while I was growing up. Which, if you've never had cantaloupe ice cream, it fucking bangs. It's so good. It doesn't sound like it'd be good, but it's so good. It's actually crazy good. Also, I think people's experience with cantaloupe is not fresh cantaloupe. It's like imported, really old, hard cantaloupe. Which there's something wrong with imported food. The problem is after it's traveled all that way, it's not the ripeness it should be when you eat cantaloupe anymore. Which is why I try to eat produce seasonally. Which is hard. It's not always easy, and like I said, I'm not perfect. I don't always do it, but I try to eat like melons during melon season. Fruit specifically, because I think fruit tastes the most different when you are getting it locally versus not. And I think a lot of people hate cantaloupe because they've only experienced like when you get a school lunch and the cantaloupe tastes like, yeah, exactly. When you get a school lunch and the cantaloupe tastes like gross, it tastes like bath water. And you're like, ew, this shit sucks. But cantaloupe that's like ripe and actually good is supposed to taste like really sweet, and I don't know, I don't know how to describe it. Cantaloupe tastes really sweet and like a tiny bit peppery, if that makes sense. I don't know, it just tastes like summer to me. Alternating between cantaloupe and watermelon, top tier summer snack. Especially after you've like worked in the field all day and you go inside for a snack and you have like a little Debbie and a bunch of melon. Oh yeah, okay. That shit bangs. Okay. I think this, what does this go up here? What? Okay, I think this goes here. Yes, this goes here. And then one of these goes here. And then, oh my gosh, guys, look. Oh wait, I forgot this. Wait. Oh my god. He's almost standing. He can stand on... Look at him. He's halfway there. Oh my god. And he can turn this way. This is so much more movable than I thought it was going to be. This is so cool. Oh my god, he's so cool. Okay. I think we're gonna have to do one more stream for the tiger because we are just now halfway through. We're halfway through. We have 2 bags left. I would keep going, but I'm pretty sure my dinner will be here soon. And I really like this. I really want to do more Handcam streams. I'm very excited. To finish Mr. Tiger. But I also do have a headache today, so I'm gonna rest before tomorrow's stream. Let me move my keyboard back into frame. Oh, I did want to say, oh, I'm frozen. I'm back, hello. Demi and I were talking about how you can hear her typing sounds. Her meow, 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 her typing sounds in her opera theme. And I wanted to know if y'all can hear mine. Let me turn it up. So I wanted to show you or let you hear my opera theme. My opera theme is Heaven Official's Blessing themed. So when I open things, it's like the sound of the sounds are sword sheaths, like swords and sword sheathing, butterfly fluttering, and bells, because those are all sounds of like Hwachong and Chilean walking around, and then Hwachong controls butterflies. So I really like the sounds. I really like the sounds of my opera theme. Anyway. I just really like the sounds. Yes, that will be all for today's stream, but we're going to be live again tomorrow. We will be live again. We are going to be going back to Tomodachi Life. Of course, chat is broken again. I love OBS. We are going to be doing Tomodachi Life, and then Saturday is our 2nd year anniversary, Kabibis. I am so excited. But like I said, oh, maybe but I'm very, very excited. My train of thought ended. We are going to finish our tiger next week, and I think that's all. I think that's all of the notice I had to say. Oh, I did want to say, I am unsure if we will be continuing Silent Hill next week. I'm pretty sure we will, but I am unsure. We will see. But of course, you guys will find out during the schedule. But we will be doing some kind of horror next week. I just wanted to give a heads up on that. Whether or not you care, that is... Whether or not you care, I just wanted to let you know. But thank you so much for being here with me today. I know I have promised, like, crochet and crafting and handcam streams for a long time, but I finally got it set up and I finally cleaned my desk enough to be confident enough to do it. But I had so much fun today, and so I really hope we can do this more often. And I think we can finally do some live tarot streams. I really want to do more tarot videos, but I'm very unconfident in my tarot content because I am not a professional tarot reader, and I don't want to misguide people into thinking I'm a professional tarot reader, because I really do respect the professionals that I do follow, but you know, I do really enjoy it as a hobby, so we'll see. Hopefully we will we will do lots more crafting videos soon. And I also want to remind everyone that there's a new YouTube short if you haven't seen it. I think it's pretty funny. Little story, I had to edit it 3 times because somehow the files corrupted twice and deleted half of the editing twice. And I don't just mean like deleted the work. I mean like deleted the base files twice. So that was really fun. And so I think with that frustration, I'm proud of how it turned out, all things considered. But I keep saying this, but I do want to be more consistent posting content. But once again, I am going through health stuff. Aren't I always? A little bit of an update. If I end up having to cancel stream in the next couple weeks, it's because I transferred to a new medication and it went probably as bad as possible, save hospitalization. So it was not good. I pretty much got the worst side effects you can get from this medication. And that was because of other medical issues I have. So I'm just kind of disappointed that this neurologist didn't predict that happening and warn me about that possibility. So I've just been dealing with the after effects of that. And so that also means increased chance of migraines, which is awesome. So apologies in advance if we have last minute schedule changes and stuff. But anyway, thank you so much for being here with me today, Kabibis. I hope you have a super good rest of your day or night wherever you are. I hope you eat something yummy. I hope you get a lot of rest, and I hope that you get to do something that you really love to do. But regardless of how many pieces of Legos I lose and have to spend several minutes finding because they blend in with my carpet and I drop them, the most important thing is that I tiger you. If you want to follow me, I tiger you, and I'm not lying because I'm a tiger. If you want to find me on other socials, my links are in the description as always. And if you would like to leave a like and a comment for the algorithm, I would appreciate it. And I tiger you so much, Kabibis. I love you. Sumatra, my amours. And I will see you tomorrow. Ahurang abay.